Welcome back to Morgan Mead Makes. I'm going to start talking a lot about crypto because there's a lot of questions out there, and I think I have a good way of explaining and bringing these concepts to you if it all seems kind of confusing. Plus, I've got loads of tips and tricks coming your way also, so hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you can stay up on all this crazy stuff that's happening in the technology world. So, what the is crypto? If you're asking yourself that question right now, you are late to the party, friend. But don't worry, I'm going to help you out. So let's start by talking about banks and what we all know about the current financial system. Banks are centralized. What that means is your money is kept in a vault in a physical location, and if you want that money, you have to go to that physical location or one of the physical locations to either deposit or withdraw your money. Well, with crypto, it's decentralized. It's completely the opposite. There is no physical location for you to go to. It's information that's distributed across a network of computers all across the world. If you own any crypto, like a Bitcoin, then it's not stored on a computer or on a server or on a website or anything like that. It's information that lives on a blockchain that's distributed to thousands of different places so that it's verifiable and it can't be changed. Because a hacker can't just hack one computer and change the narrative. They would have to hack thousands of computers at the same time, and it's just not possible. So a real life example of this would be like a last will and testament. So if you've written your last will and you want to keep it in a safe spot, you're not just going to put it in the filing cabinet in your basement. You're going to give a copy to your lawyer. You're probably going to lock one up in a safety deposit box somewhere. Maybe give one to a family member that lives in a different state. You're going to keep it in a few different places so that nothing can happen to that will. And if you have any shady characters in your life, they can't just scribble some things out and make changes or forge a copy of it. Because it's distributed in multiple places, it is verifiable, and it's very hard for somebody to hack that. Well, it's the same with crypto. So how do we buy crypto? How do we buy Bitcoin? How do we buy Ethereum and Solana and all these cryptocurrencies that we're hearing about all the time? Well, it's actually pretty easy these days. When Bitcoin was brand new, you had to have a very high-end machine that could do some mining, and you had to mine the Bitcoins. Now it's as simple as going to an exchange and trading in some US dollars for fractions of a Bitcoin. So I like to use analogies, and my analogy for using crypto on the internet is traveling abroad. So if you've ever traveled abroad, you know that the first thing you do when you set foot in a different country is you head to a currency exchange and you trade in your US dollars for local currency so that you can buy stuff there. Well, that's exactly what we do with cryptocurrency. We head to an online exchange called a DEX. It's a decentralized exchange. We head to a DEX, we trade in our US dollars for whatever cryptocurrency we're after, and then we have it in our wallet. Now we can keep it in our market account, or we can transfer it to our crypto wallet, which I'll get into in a different video. Essentially, a wallet is exactly like what you would think it is. It's a place that you store your money that hopefully you are the only person with access to that wallet. All right, so let's look at some of the exchanges. I'm going to go over 3 popular exchanges right now, but just know that there are literally hundreds of different DEXs that you can go to buy your crypto. The first is Gemini. Then we have eToro and Coinbase. So once you've transferred your money and maybe stored it in your wallet, what do you do with it? Well, when you're traveling abroad, you go to a local market and you buy some stuff. And that's exactly what you do with cryptocurrency. There are online markets that sell blockchain items called NFTs. Now, an NFT is a non-fungible token. It basically just means that it is something that can be proven and not changed. Once it exists on the blockchain, it's there forever. So the blockchain is like a tower of Legos. Okay, when you have a transaction on the blockchain, you add a Lego on the top of the tower, And then the next transaction comes along and adds another block and another block and another block, and that chain just keeps growing. That tower keeps getting taller. And at no point can you go back and actually delete one of those blocks or take it out. That block is there to stay because it's been distributed to 1,000 different computers. So let's look at some of the markets. One of the most popular markets in the world right now for NFTs is a place called OpenC, and it's where anyone can go and mint their NFT. Minting means creating. So you mint your NFT, which could be an image, a video clip, a tweet. It can be an audio clip. It can be whatever you want as long as it's digital. And OpenC operates on the Ethereum network, which is pretty typical for NFTs right now in 2021. So unlike Bitcoin, which is just a cryptocurrency, Ethereum is a cryptocurrency with smart contracts built in. Smart contracts are basically just a big execution of code that does certain things at certain times, and you can kind of look at it as like an escrow account. So this amount of money is sent to this party only after this transaction takes place. You can put a split in there. It goes to 2 different people and 10% goes here. You can have unlockables where, if somebody buys it, they have the option to unlock a secret item, which could be a link to somewhere or another image or a 3D model or anything like that. You can really program quite a bit into a smart contract. So a lot of the NFT markets operate on Ethereum. Now, Hen is an example of a market that does not use the Ethereum network. It uses the Tezos network, which can also do smart contracts, but it's just a cryptocurrency all on its own. Super Rare and other markets like Foundation, they actually curate the art that goes into their market. So not everybody can just upload and mint whatever they want. They have to be invited to create artwork for this market. Now, like I mentioned before, every purchase you make is provable and immutable. So it's basically like walking into a store where there's a million different security cameras watching you make your purchase. And then the surveillance footage from those cameras is sent out to 100 different places across the world so that at any time, if somebody wants to see who bought that item, anybody could look up any of those tapes that were sent out and see that it was you that made the purchase. And it can't be changed because if somebody alters one of those tapes, you still have 99 other tapes that show that it's you from different angles. So that's kind of how your purchases work on a blockchain. Since it's in so many different places at once, it's just impossible to hack or to change. So the proof is there forever. All right, so like I promised, that was just a real quick and brief overview. I hope you understand cryptocurrency a little bit more than you did 5 minutes ago. And stay tuned and subscribe and activate your notifications by hitting that little bell so that you can hear more tips on cryptocurrency and upcoming technologies from moi. I'll see you in the next video.